Have you ever gone to bed feeling completely exhausted, only to find yourself wide awake at 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling? Or maybe you fall asleep quickly, but wake up again and again throughout the night. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, studies show that nearly 80% of seniors struggle with sleep problems. And poor sleep doesn't just make you feel tired, it affects your memory, your mood, your energy, even your risk of serious health problems. But here's the good news. Sleep issues are not just an inevitable part of aging. There are simple, practical changes you can make that can restore the kind of deep, restful sleep you may not have experienced in years. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling refreshed instead of dragging yourself out of bed. Imagine having more energy to do the things you love, whether it's gardening, spending time with family, or even just enjoying a quiet walk without feeling drained. That's exactly what we're going to work on together in this video. We're going to go through 6 proven fixes that actually work. And when I say proven, I mean backed by science and real-life results. These aren't complicated or expensive tricks. They're simple changes you can start tonight. Let's start with one of the most powerful but often overlooked habits. One of the biggest reasons sleep becomes harder as we age is because our body clock, what scientists call the circadian rhythm, doesn't run as smoothly as it used to. Think of it like the battery in an old clock. It still works, but might lose track of time unless it's reset every day. The way you reset your internal clock is by controlling light. Getting bright natural light in the morning is one of the most powerful signals to your body that it's daytime, and it helps your brain know when night comes that it's time to shut down. If you spend most of your mornings indoors, your body may actually be confused about when to sleep. A simple fix is to step outside within an hour of waking up, even if it's just for 10 or 15 minutes. Let the sun hit your face and hands. If the weather's not good, sit near a bright window while you have your tea or breakfast. You'd be amazed at how this one small action can set the stage for better sleep at night. Many seniors who try this notice they fall asleep faster and wake up fewer times during the night. But light isn't just about the morning. The other side of the coin is avoiding too much bright light at night, especially from screens. Tablets, phones, and even the TV can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. You may not realize it, but this can delay the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps you drift into deep sleep. So if you're someone who watches late-night TV or scrolls on your phone before bed, try switching to something calmer. Maybe read a book with a soft lamp or listen to gentle music instead, giving your body that clear signal. Light in the morning, dim in the evening, is like tuning up your sleep clock. Now, let's move to another common sleep disruptor that doesn't get enough attention: your evening routine. Think about it. When you were raising kids or working full-time, evenings probably had some structure. Dinner, maybe some quiet family time, then bed. But after 60, life can feel a little looser. You might nap in the afternoon, watch TV at odd hours, or snack late into the evening. All of these little habits can add up to restless nights. One of the most effective changes you can make is creating a calming wind-down routine. It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe an hour before bed, you dim the lights, make a cup of herbal tea, and do something relaxing that doesn't involve screens. It could be light stretching, gentle breathing, or even writing a few thoughts in a journal to clear your mind. What matters most is consistency. When you repeat the same quiet routine every night, your brain starts to associate those actions with sleep, almost like a signal that says, okay, it's time to power down. I know some people feel like routines sound boring, but for sleep, boring is actually your best friend. Your body craves rhythm, and when you give it that, sleep often becomes deeper and easier. Another small but powerful step is paying attention to what you eat and drink before bed. A lot of seniors don't realize that things like caffeine and even certain medications can interfere with sleep long after you've taken them. For example, having a cup of tea or coffee in the late afternoon may seem harmless, but caffeine can stay in your system for 6 to 8 hours. That means your 4 p.m. coffee could be the reason you're wide awake at midnight. Switching to decaf or herbal teas like chamomile in the afternoon can make a huge difference. And let's not forget alcohol. Some people think a glass of wine before bed helps them sleep, but while alcohol can make you feel drowsy at first, it actually fragments your sleep later in the night. That's why people often wake up after a few hours and can't get back to sleep. Cutting back or skipping that evening drink can give you more solid, uninterrupted rest. So far, we've looked at how light sets your body clock, how an evening routine signals your brain to sleep, and how your food and drink choices can either help or hurt your rest. These may sound simple, but when combined, they create a powerful foundation for better sleep. And when you sleep better, you don't just feel more rested. You feel more alive, more clear-headed, and more capable of enjoying each day. One of the most overlooked reasons many seniors struggle with sleep is discomfort. You may not think about it during the day, but at night, every little ache, every bit of stiffness, even the wrong pillow or mattress can keep your body from truly relaxing. Pain and discomfort are among the top reasons older adults wake up in the middle of the night. It doesn't have to be severe pain either. Even something as small as pressure on your hips or shoulders can make it impossible to stay asleep. So what's the fix? Start with your sleep environment. Ask yourself, when was the last time you replaced your pillow or mattress? If it's been over 7 or 8 years, it may no longer be supporting your body the way it should. A two-fur mattress can put pressure on your joints, while one that's too soft can leave your back unsupported. Finding that sweet spot makes all the difference. Many seniors find that a medium-fur mattress or even a mattress topper provides just enough support while cushioning the areas that tend to ache. And let's not underestimate the power of pillows. Sometimes all it takes is a simple change, like using a small pillow under your knees if you sleep on your back, or between your knees if you sleep on your side. This reduces pressure on your spine and hips, allowing your muscles to let go. When your body feels physically cared for, your brain has an easier time letting go of the tension that keeps you awake. Speaking of tension, let's talk about stress, because even if your body is comfortable, your mind can keep you awake. It's not unusual to lie in bed thinking about your children, your finances, your health, or even just replaying old memories. And the later it gets, the louder those thoughts seem to become. Stress and worry are major sleep thieves, but they're also something you can take control of with practice. One simple tool that helps many seniors is controlled breathing. For example, try the 4-7-8 technique. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold it gently for 7, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8. Doing this 3 or 4 times in bed can slow your heart rate, calm your nervous system, and ease your mind into sleep. Another option is progressive muscle relaxation. Gently tensing and relaxing different muscle groups, starting from your toes and working up to your head. It's amazing how quickly the body and mind can settle when you give them a little guidance. If you're someone who feels like thoughts just won't stop racing at night, it may also help to empty your mind before bed. Keep a notepad by your bedside. When something is bothering you, write it down, even if it's just a reminder like call the doctor tomorrow or pay that bill. By putting it on paper, you give your brain permission to let go of it for now. Many people find this small ritual prevents them from lying awake worrying about the same things over and over again. Another major factor that affects sleep as we get older is movement, or rather, the lack of it. During the day, if you spend most of your time sitting, your body doesn't burn as much energy. By nighttime, you may feel mentally tired, but not physically ready to rest. This is one reason so many seniors experience insomnia. The body simply hasn't had enough activity to build up sleep pressure. The solution is gentle, consistent movement during the day. It doesn't have to mean heavy exercise. A daily walk, light gardening, or even some simple chair exercises can make a big difference. The key is consistency. When you move your body regularly, you improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and most importantly, you help your body naturally crave rest at night. One tip that often surprises people is that exercising too late in the evening can actually make it harder to fall asleep, because physical activity raises your body temperature and stimulates the nervous system. If you can, try to finish any exercise at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. That way, your body has time to cool down and transition into a state of relaxation. Of course, everyone's situation is different. Some people deal with arthritis, others with limited mobility. But even gentle stretching, hand exercises, or light indoor walking can help. Think of it this way. Motion during the day leads to stillness at night. Another common culprit that disrupts sleep after 60 is the frequent urge to use the bathroom at night. For many seniors, this is the #1 reason they wake up again and again. The medical term for it is nocturia, but you don't need the fancy word to know how frustrating it feels to fall into a deep sleep only to be jolted awake by the need to get up. It doesn't just break your rest, it often makes it hard to fall back asleep afterward. Now, while some of this is simply part of aging, there are practical steps you can take to reduce it. The first is to watch your evening fluid intake. Drinking plenty of water during the day is important for health, but try to slow down after dinner and especially in the 2 hours before bed. This small adjustment can dramatically cut down on nighttime bathroom trips. It also helps to be mindful of what you're drinking. Beverages like tea, coffee, and even soda contain caffeine, which not only keeps you awake, but also makes your bladder more active. Alcohol, too, can increase nighttime urination. By shifting those drinks earlier in the day or swapping them for calming herbal teas in the evening, many seniors find their nights become far more restful. Of course, if bathroom trips are frequent or accompanied by other issues, it's always wise to bring it up with your doctor. Sometimes medications, or even simple lifestyle adjustments, can solve a problem that's been robbing you of sleep for years. Alongside nighttime bathroom trips, there's another hidden issue that affects many older adults without them even realizing it: sleep apnea. This is a condition where your breathing stops and starts throughout the night, often without you being aware. You may think you're just waking up tired, but in reality your sleep is being interrupted dozens of times. Signs can include loud snoring, waking up gasping for air, or just feeling exhausted no matter how many hours you spend in bed. If you suspect this might be happening, it's worth getting checked. Sleep apnea is more common after 60, but it's also very treatable. For some people, a simple device like a CPAP machine can restore deep, uninterrupted sleep and even improve heart health and energy levels. Others benefit from losing a little weight, adjusting sleep positions, or using special pillows that keep airways open. The key is not to ignore the signs. What seems like just bad sleep might be something that can be fixed, giving you back the kind of rest you haven't felt in years. Now, stepping back and looking at all 6 fixes together, you can see how they connect. Light helps reset your body's natural clock. A calm evening routine signals your brain it's time to sleep. Smarter choices about food and drink reduce disruptions. A comfortable bed and pillow keep your body relaxed. Stress management and gentle movement during the day prepare both mind and body for rest. And finally, addressing issues like frequent bathroom trips or possible sleep apnea can restore hours of deep, healing sleep you may not even remember having. It's important to remember that no single change works like a magic switch. But when you begin putting 2 or 3 of these fixes together, something amazing happens. Your body starts to respond. Sleep becomes less of a battle and more of a natural rhythm again. You may notice you wake up feeling clearer with more energy. Maybe you have more patience with loved ones, more joy in your hobbies, and more confidence in your independence. Sleep is like the foundation of your house. When it's strong, everything else feels steadier. And here's the most encouraging part. It's never too late to improve your sleep. Whether you're 60, 70, or even well into your 80s, small adjustments can bring big results. You don't have to accept tossing and turning as just part of getting older. Your nights can be peaceful, your mornings can be brighter, and your days can feel more alive. So, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these tips do you feel could help you the most? Have you tried any of them already? And if so, what was your experience? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Not only does it help you reflect, but your story could inspire someone else who's struggling with the same issue. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more practical, uplifting tips on health, wellness, and living your best life after 60. Together, we're building a community that shows aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means living smarter, stronger, and happier. Here's to peaceful nights and brighter mornings, no matter your age. Sleep well, and remember, you deserve rest, energy, and joy every single day.